guys, welcome back to another video. It is January 21st. It's a Sunday. I spent the whole weekend, kid you not, out of my routine. I had to work my corporate job on Saturday. That really like shell-shocked my system a little bit. It happens every now and then, not too frequently, so I wasn't that mad, but I kind of was mad a little bit. So yesterday was kind of the day before, on Friday, it did snow, and it snowed enough kind of where we were able to go sledding in my backyard at my parents' house. That was so fun. I just went sledding with my parents and my dog. That was great. But now it's Sunday. It's a bright sunny day, but it is like 20 degrees outside, I think. Just setting the scene here for you guys. As it is approaching the end of January, I've decided to start like analyzing how I've been prioritizing the different things that I definitely want to achieve this year. And I want to do this monthly so I stay on track of the things I want to eventually like achieve. And this month I've definitely neglected my small business. Very upsetting, but low-key kind of expected because I do this every single January. My birthday's in January. I come back from the holidays in January. It's freaking cold in January. So those things combined just keep me in a really like cozy mood and want to read a lot and do personal things, but I definitely want to do more small business things. So we're packing a ton of orders today. We're making a bunch of candles. Also guys, my sweatshirt is from Word Strings Co. I talked about them a lot around November and December and the holidays when I found them. My shirt says, "Oh man, just do what you love." I think it's really cute. It's a nice little like vintage looking retro pattern. I'm kind of in a good mood because literally this is the first day in a little while I've been able to do what I want to do, and I want to share that with you guys. If you are kind of stuck in a week or a month where you have a lot of commitments that aren't like related to exactly what you love to do, you're really busy at your corporate job, you're really busy going to social gatherings that you've committed to, you're really busy like tidying your house or like taking care of your home or your family, just know that you deserve a day or two to kind of like get back into remembering who you are and doing the things that you love. So take that time for yourself if you are able to. Don't hold yourself back. Let's start with a very exciting announcement. My dad made me this thing. It's a little riser. If you've been watching my recent vlogs, you know that I got a new printer and it's bigger than my other printer, so I can't keep it where I kept my old printer. The ideal spot for it is right there where my Cricut used to be, but now where does my Cricut go? So my dad made me this riser where the printer goes in here and then the Cricut will go on top. So let's set this up. I also put these crates here because I wanted to see what they look like here. They look nice, but practically I don't know if this works. These are going down for now. My favorite piece of decor from Rose Forever in New York City. Random papers. Good. Guys, let me know. In my videos, can you tell when I'm in a good mood versus when I'm not in a good mood? Because I'm in a pretty good mood right now and I feel like it's kind of embarrassing. Let's put this here. The cord is in the back, so that's good. Cute. That works really well. And I could put paper here. Like this thing you can remove. Okay, now let me get my Cricut. She looks stable. Like that's definitely not going anywhere. I need to dust my Cricut. Whoa, I think that looks so legit. And like the only time I ever need to use this top part is when I'm copying things, which I don't think I've ever copied anything ever in my life. I don't think. So that's not that big of a deal. And even so, I think I can remove this and that'll be enough space to open this part. But all the paper goes in here and then when it gets printed, it comes out here. Great. Well, this is very, very exciting, everyone, because now my Cricut doesn't have to live on this table right here. It could be right where it used to be, just a little elevated. And my printer will still work fine right there. These both plug in the back, so I'm just gonna have the wires going down and then it all plugs into there. Oh, my room is so messy. I gotta do something about that. And then I have a little slot for maybe extra vinyl or paper, whatever I need to put there in the moment. Yeah, my old printer used to go down there. Now I keep my X-Tool machines there and all of my spare like X-Tool accessories and more ink. But the wood matches really well with this because my dad made this as well, and he also made that peg stand. So I like that it's all very cohesive in here. I have a number of Etsy orders as well as some Shopify orders that are decals. So I need to make my decals with my Cricut. I'm excited to try it out up on that stand. And then I also have a couple minis candle orders. I have a wholesale order that I got via email, but I don't start wholesale orders until they pay. So they haven't completed the invoice payment from PayPal yet, so I don't know if I'll get started on that. But that's the agenda for today. I also wanted to remind everyone that I am planning a trip with you all, hopefully, if you want to come and hang out with me. I feel like I am always craving a community of crafters, people who are into aesthetic, handmade goods, people who own small businesses and who want to just like share knowledge amongst ourselves. And I've made so many friends over the internet and through this YouTube channel, through my other social media platforms, and I want to meet you guys in person and maybe do like a workshop on how to make a candle, how to start your YouTube channel, like how to start a small business, like whatever. We could do workshops, but I was like, let's not make it super like professional and super formal. Let's make it fun and let's go somewhere. I'm partnering with Trova Trip to plan a whole trip with you guys. We're trying to decide where to go. At this point, I need 100 people to fill out the survey that I'm leaving in the description to let me know where you guys want to go and what your budget is. I'm thinking of keeping the trip somewhere around $2,000 to $3,000, which would cover your hotel costs, most of your meals, a guide who is local to the area so they can take us around, and then a whole bunch of excursions and like activities that we can do together. So it's like kind of a steal, and also we get to come together as a community of small business owners, crafters, artsy people, like whatever, and meet each other and have a good time. And I know a lot of us have a tough time taking vacations and taking breaks because we are low-key workaholics, just because we love what we do, obviously. But I think this could be a fun way for us to all like take a break together and go on a fun trip and meet each other and do some workshops and do some fun things in another country, or it could also be here in the US. Trova Trip has so many different options. So I'm kind of low-key leaning towards a few different places that are all very different. There's New York City, which a lot of you guys really want to go to based on the survey responses. I live literally a mile away from New York City, so that would be more of a staycation for me, which could also be really fun. But then also Costa Rica and Bali could be really fun because those are more like tropical vacations, and we could like do fun crafts and go to like local markets there. A lot of people want to go to Italy, which is wild. I feel like that one might be a little bit more expensive, especially with like flights, but I mean, if you want to do it, we can do it. Also, I'm going to Italy for my honeymoon, so it would be 2 Italy trips in a year, but I am not complaining. And I'll put like all of the other options below that most people want to go to, but I thought I'd just throw that out there. Please fill in the survey responses. Even if you were somewhat interested, I need 100 responses to get the ball rolling on this trip and to continue planning it. Would love to meet you guys. So there's my little spiel. And just to celebrate getting back into routine and being back in Hoboken and having a good day today, I'm going to go out to brunch with my fiance. So let's do that first before getting back into the crafting life. I'm just making all of my Etsy orders and Shopify orders that are decals right now. Brunch was great. We just went to a place that's a couple blocks away, so it was like really easy. I just love living in Hoboken. It's just like my favorite thing. Every time I go out to brunch, I'm like, wow, what the heck? It's like 20 degrees out. Everyone's all bundled up. People are still in the park. People are walking around, and I get out there and I'm like, I'm living for this. Anyway, I'm back now, and as I'm making these orders, I just feel like I need like a little extra boost. So of course, you guys know what's coming. I'm going to have my little Magic Mind productivity matcha shot. My absolute favorite, of course. I've been consistently taking these for almost a year now, and I don't think I'm ever gonna stop. I feel like more and more people have been hearing about Magic Mind, which is amazing. Like, I want everyone to know. Basically, the concept is that it's a natural productivity, mood boosting shot with minimal caffeine, which is the key for me. Caffeine source is matcha, which is my favorite. Matcha has L-theanine in it, which is why when you drink matcha, you don't get the coffee jitters like you would get with coffee. In addition to matcha, this also has ashwagandha in it, which is an adaptogenic herb, and that helps me adapt to stress and to stay focused. There's also turmeric, which has anti-inflammatory properties, and lion's mane, which is actually like a hot kind of topic right now. Lion's mane is a superfood because it has so many nutrients in it, but also it's used and studied for its mood boosting properties. So that's how this little shot gets its mood boosting properties. And then on top of that, I always forget to mention this is vegan. They used to use honey as the sweetener, but now they use agave. So now it's fully vegan, and it has been for a while now. But basically, I have these in the afternoon, usually after lunch when I need my afternoon pick-me-up. You can also have this in the morning. You can turn it into a latte or a smoothie, like literally whatever you want. It is like a small little shot, and that's kind of sad because it tastes so good where sometimes I like want more. This is usually one of my favorite parts of the day, honestly. It's like subtly sweet, but also you taste the matcha. It also has vitamin D and vitamin C in it, which is great for a little bit of an immunity boost. And it's bottled in California, so we got a little bit of like a local vibe. I mean, California isn't like local to New Jersey, but it's within the states. If you're interested in trying out Magic Mind and getting a little boost of energy, a little bit of a mood boost in the middle of the day, you can use my link below. I always have it there in the description. You can also use code MonicaR20 for 20% off. I get the 15-pack subscription monthly, which is perfect for me. And once again, check out the amazing packaging. This is like, oh, so beautiful. All right, I will sip on this while I continue with my Etsy packages. To go through all the fabric that I own and I'm going to plan out all the different outfits and projects that I want to make for myself and for other people with the fabric that I have now, because I want to get through all this fabric that I've been hoarding for the past few years before buying any new fabric this year. I already kind of broke that rule by going to the thrift store last week. I bought 2 bed sheets and I'm going to make them into PJ sets that have been like kind of trending lately, but I feel like I've always wanted PJs like this, so I'm just gonna make them for myself, make a cute little like reel or TikTok. And then I'm also thinking about making YouTube videos about the process of making my own clothes. Those videos don't tend to do as well on my channel, which is why I kind of stray away from that, but let me know if you want to see that. I keep all of my fabric in these bins, which I keep on this calyx unit right here. And I kind of have it somewhat organized in this bin that I already started emptying out, I have like nicer fabrics that are a little bit like unique in some sort of way. This first fabric I have to be very careful with because it sheds glitter like there's no tomorrow. Like, I kid you not, just me going like this, a ton of glitter has gotten everywhere. But it's this really pretty white and like silver glittered stretchy fabric that I'm going to make a cute little like fancy bachelorette night out dress with. I'm thinking of like a cute maxi dress design or maybe even mini dress. We'll see. I have a good amount of this fabric. It's from a fabric warehouse in, I think it's Rahway, New Jersey. They have a fabric warehouse and everything there is so affordable and a lot of it is dead stock. This was 2 yards and 3/8 of a yard. So this was like the last bit of a roll. And it was $10 per yard, which is like a little pricier for them. A lot of their stuff that I get is closer to like $3 or $4 a yard, but I really loved this sparkly fabric. So I'm gonna do that. I'm also gonna swatch all of my fabric and I wanna start a little like journal or like a planner, like a sewing planner. I know they have that somewhere. I think Mood Fabric sells them. Then I also think like in general, that's a thing. Maybe I should fold this properly. Oh, glitter's going everywhere, but I'd planned on vacuuming my room anyway, so this is fine. But basically, I'm in my sewing era at the moment, but not sewing like for my brand, unfortunately. I know a lot of people have been asking for that, and I do want to bring apparel back, but maybe like in a different sort of way, but I have been sewing a lot for myself, and I've been loving it. As you guys know, I'm making my wedding dress, so that is like in the works. That is my main priority, but I do like doing other projects as well. So I'm just gonna swatch this. And now I can put this little piece in a journal somewhere. Oh wait, I think I have something. I have this really big like gridded journal. It's not even a journal, I don't even know what this is. It has dots and I can put this here and then sketch out my design. That would be cute. All right, one down, a million more to go. Along the same lines, I have this black fabric that is sparkly. I was going to make a New Year's Eve dress out of this, but I ended up not doing anything for New Year's Eve, so I didn't make it, but I feel like this sparkly black fabric could go well with any sort of like celebratory event. It looks like it's already been cut into because this is the piece that just came off of it, which is good enough for a swatch. Yeah, I think this could be cute for something else. I really need to plan this out though because I don't want to go another year with just hoarding fabric. This was also 3 yards for $6 per yard. I think I did use this fabric for something, but I'm having a hard time remembering for what. This is lining fabric that I got from Mood Fabrics to go with that black fabric that I had just put away. Swatch this too, why not? Overall, the theme of this year is just staying more organized and knowing what the heck I'm doing. Don't worry, I won't bore you with every single one of the fabrics that I own, but I do want to show you a couple more. This one is from Fab Scrap, I believe, which is an online store that sells scrap fabric. So just like very low amounts of fabric, and I think they... Wait, did I say Fab Scrap? I meant a Thrifty Notion. Fab Scrap is also a online fabric store, but they have like actual locations as well where you can volunteer and sort through fabric. But a Thrifty Notion is an online store where they source like scrap fabric from various different manufacturers and designers, and this is where I got this from. It's like a very small piece, probably about a yard, and it has scalloped ends, which I think could be cute for a little like v-neck situation, potentially like a Valentine's Day number. Could be cute. Should I swatch this or should I leave it? Because honestly, there's not that much of it. I feel like I should, right? What if I need that bit? This is the thing about swatching. What if I end up needing that last inch or two? I think I'll do it, otherwise I'll forget that I have it. Just a little piece. And this I'm not sure what to do with because I also got it from Thrifty Notion, but it's a very, very different type of material than I thought it would be. It's more like rain jacket-y. Would be good for maybe like a lining for something. I thought it would be thin enough for scrunchies, but it's actually like a thicker fabric, and it's also like not nice enough for like an outer shell of a garment. I could make it as a lining for like pouches or something. So that'd be a good idea actually, because then I like having the lining of pouches to be some sort of satin so that if something were to spill inside of the pouch, it's easy to clean up versus cotton. That could be a good idea. I have like 2-yard remnants of this fabric that's from a collection, my last collection I ever made for my brand. It's this linen with a dot feature, a dot design on it. I'm not even sure if you could tell. It's a very lightweight spring summery fabric, so I think I can make something bridal out of it because it's white, like a honeymoon summer dress. That could be fun. Swatch her up. It is very wrinkly because I did wash this. And then last but not least, I have the remnants of this fabric that I made a birthday dress out of, but I didn't actually get to wear it on my birthday because I was sick on my birthday. But this actually is a good amount left over. I could make something else out of this. Maybe a top, even another dress, honestly. Maybe I'll make another dress out of this. All right, that's it for that. Let's move on to all the other bins, and I won't bore you with them. We'll do a little time lapse. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. I just got back from the gym, as you can tell, and I did a little bit of grocery shopping. I grabbed some snacks and I made some breakfast. Oh, it's so bright. Made avocado toast and blueberries on the side. This is like a staple for me. Although my avocados were very, very ripe. I had to use like 2 to 3 small avocados because half of them were like kind of bad. It is so bright right here. Oh my goodness. I'm also drinking some coconut water because this apparently has a lot of electrolytes in it, and I tend to get headaches because I just can't drink enough water after I work out, and I'm depleted in electrolytes, so this has been helpful. If you ever feel like tired or drained after a workout, I recommend coconut water. Because I worked all day for my corporate job on Saturday, I'm taking today pseudo off. It's a Monday. I'm just going to be checking my emails and like doing anything that's like super necessary. But I'm taking like kind of a day off. I want to go to a coffee shop and do some work so I get a little bit of a change of scenery. But I do have to make one very small, like 2.5 ounce candle for an order, which is kind of annoying because I would have to heat up wax only to make a candle that's this big, which requires like such little amounts of wax. So I might make like something else just to like make it worthwhile for like setting up the whole like candle making station. Last night all I did was read my book for the rest of the night after, well, I made dinner and then I ate dinner and then I just read my book for the rest of the night and also did like a few admin things like sending emails and things like that. I have a lot to do, but I'm trying to not be overwhelmed and just time block on my Google Calendar so that I know that I have allotted times for every single task that I need to get done. It usually helps me when I can visually see on Google Calendar all the different tasks I need to get done that I have jumbled in my head, but just laid out on paper, knowing that I have a few hours or however much time for each task to get them done, and I've allotted that time and I know that I can get it all done by whenever the deadlines are. And if I can't, at least I know that I can't, and I can adjust accordingly by like asking for extensions for different projects, just like prioritizing different things. So Google Calendar is my best friend. Even if you're not like an organized person who likes to use Google Calendar, I think just like to get rid of that jumbled feeling in your head that you have a lot of things to do, just putting it down somewhere on paper, literally just like a to-do list or a checklist or something, just because you can see the things and you can look at it and be like, oh, okay, I could do that stuff. All right, I'm going to finish eating this because I'm running out of time before I want to do my next activity for the day. Oh, one quick thing before I leave. I showed this in a vlog a while ago whenever I thrifted it. I just washed it yesterday. It's this beautiful fabric that looks like art printed onto fabric. And I want to make my Valentine's Day dress or shirt out of this. I'm thinking like a bustier or corset type situation because it is like a thicker fabric and it's like a romantic floral fabric, so I think that would work well. And then maybe like a gathered skirt and have the corset like come down at a V with like a gathered skirt around it. I think that could be pretty. I'm excited about this. I did start washing my fabrics before working with them. I used to not wash them, which was so bad because I would make something and then I'd wash it and then it would shrink like ever so slightly and not fit me as perfectly as it did before I washed it, and that sucked. So I'm getting into a good habit now. The sun is behind me, so the lighting's probably off, but I am walking to the same coffee shop as always. I mean, I try different ones every now and then, but this one's definitely my favorite, especially for matchas. It's called The Hive. It's women run. They have the cutest interior, lots of pink. So I'm going to go there and do a little bit of work just for a change of scenery. Really great working session. I got a lot done. Now I'm gonna go back and read for a little bit because I feel like I deserve a little bit of a treat and I'm really into my book right now, so I'm gonna do that. By the way, at the Hive I always get the regular hot matcha with oat milk and it's delish. I just got back from getting mocktails with a friend. That was very fun. Now I'm eating dinner here in our little dining area. I decided to be super productive tonight and I'm going to make that singular candle that needs to be made, and I'm also going to relabel one of the candles that needs to get shipped out because the label got messed up. And for my mini candles, I don't pre-order the labels. I make them myself with my Cricut and my printer, so I need to make that. I'm going to pack up the 2 candle orders and that'll be it for tonight. I hope I have some time to read my book. I've been obsessed with reading lately. As you might be able to tell, I'm on my 3rd book of January, and this may be a lot, this may not be a lot, depending on how much you read, but this is a good amount for me. And I'm breezing through these books. I think I'm doing a really good job of picking out books. But if you need recommendations, the 2 books I did read this year are the Glossier book, I forgot the actual title, I'll put it here, and also Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. I enjoyed Conversations with Friends, but it wasn't like a feel-good book at all. It kind of brought me down a little bit. And now I'm reading Tomorrow, which I started earlier this month, but I needed to return the book to the library because I forgot to renew it. So then I just re-requested it and I was able to get it back within a week. So I'm picking this back up again and I can already tell it's going to be a 5-star book because I love it so much. And that'll be it for tonight. Also guys, help me with this Birds of Paradise tree. It's really slacking a little bit, and like there's so much new growth, like that one and like a few others. They're not opening up, and this guy right here keeps drooping like lower and lower every single day. I water it at a pretty good schedule, but now it's at the point where it's like in the frame. And my poor desk is like surrounded by leaves that are all drooping. Someone send help, please.